everybody, how's it going? Welcome to another, this one being slightly hungover edition of the BBC Spews, YouTube's finest, least serious news programme. What I'm going to do is, as usual, I will cover some serious stuff and then we'll have a laugh at a small collection of absolute drivel which the taxpayers dutifully pay for in the UK. Stuff like the feminisation of alcohol marketing. Yep, thrilling stuff we all need to know. This is the powerful, hard-hitting journalism we all know and love. Or inequality, why imposter syndrome hits women and women of colour harder. Of course it does. Like COVID-19, why it hits women harder, even though it kills fucking twice as many men. Well, alright, the men might be doing the dying, but the women are still hit the hardest. Yeah, everyone knows that. That's called logic. Suck on it. I am only briefly going to cover the police officer getting shot dead because I talked about it at length when I was having a chat with Al the other day. The short version is, for those of you that don't know, well, taken directly off the BBC, a long-serving police officer was shot dead at a Croydon custody centre in South London. He was shot in the chest before the suspect turned the firearm on himself. The man had been brought into the custody suite in a police vehicle and the shooting happened during questioning about COVID-19. This is the accurate information that told everyone on Saturday. He'd already been arrested. They found ammunition on him. I believe it was 1 round in his pocket. Arrested him, obviously, because finding ammunition in someone's pocket is something of a target indication, and never searched him. He's then in the back of the van, and as soon as the sergeant came out to do his COVID-19 test, which is take his temperature before they stick him in the cells, and the second he opened the back of the meat wagon, the guy put 5 rounds into him and then shot himself. Absolutely shocking, but you know my feelings about it. I've talked about it at length. The police have lower standards than they have no standards. The standards they require now from police are shocking. Some of my sources in the Met, I've been told that now they don't even do face-to-face interviews. They're actually hiring people over the phone, literally just ring you, do a short police interview, and a short phone interview, and then say, you're fucking hired, which is ridiculous. They have no standards anymore. So you're going to get shit like this, aren't you? When we started hiring people purely based off their identity politics, i.e. you're the right gender or you're the right colour, as opposed to you're tall and strong and fit and you're happy to run towards danger, all that went out the window. We started hiring people because of diversity quotas, and all of a sudden we've got fucking useless, incompetent police officers. As I've talked about before, when the radiation poisoning in Salisbury, when you had the BBC reporting on that, and you see the front of the headline, you see the headlines saying, oh, the police have got the house under guard, and you see 2 little fat fucking midgets with MP5s, and I was sitting there thinking, oh yeah, I'm sure the KGB are shitting themselves. It's ridiculous. So of course, this stuff's going to keep happening, and it's going to keep happening until we get standards back in the police force. I keep arguing the toss. It's perfect for ex-military, but they don't want ex-military. They want people who fit the diversity quotas. So we've got no standards in the police force. Of course, crime's going to go up. Dead cops are going to go up. Incompetence, like not searching people with ammunition in the pockets, it's all going to continue, and it will never change until the British government grasps the nettle and tells the communists to suck their fucking plums. That's the long and the short of it. Boris Johnson needs to get a grip and tell these Marxists to wind their necks in. There's the rug muncher in chief, Cressida. I don't want to talk about her. I despise her. I despise what they've done. Basically, he is dead because of people like Cressida Dick and the poison dwarf Sadiq Khan. Their incompetence and unwillingness to enforce the rules equally and have standards equal for everyone is the reason that veteran sergeant is dead. So they should hang their heads in shame. He has at least the decency to look ashamed there, but he helped cause this. All 3 of them in that picture did. Even Pretty, right? All 3 of them helped cause this incident.
We begin our minute's silence for our fallen colleague.
Yeah, I'm not interested. They're happy to look devastated for 2 minutes and then back on with the business. Right, let's get some more disabled midgets in the police force. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. I'll tell you what, there should be an arrest for crimes against fashion there. I mean, I'm not the best dressed man in the world, but whatever that thing is that she's wearing, it looks like it's the fabric that they would use for some comical shorts for a circus elephant. Like, that's what she's wearing there. Crime against fashion for 6 months in prison for her. Hard labour. On about comical policing, we've got the police breaking up parties at the Edinburgh student halls, right? To tell Scottish students they can't drink is a crime against humanity. To tell a Scotsman he can't drink is bad enough, but to tell a Scottish student that he can't drink, you might as well tell a dolphin not to swim. That is obscene. You just can't do it. Yeah, police breaking up parties at the university, they really are the fun police. The fun police are going around the Edinburgh universities. What a joke. You all know how I feel about COVID. I'm not going to go on about it. It just said they've dispersed numerous groups at Pollock halls of residence, housing around 1,900 students. They're being told not to go to pubs, parties, restaurants. It's ridiculous. Young students supposed to be enjoying their lives in a party city like Edinburgh. No pubs, no parties, no restaurants. Do you think you can police that? You can police fun on young students. Give your fucking head a shake. That is not happening. It's also disturbingly authoritarian from a group of people that are not at risk is young students. Yeah? Tell them, don't go and see your granddad. Don't go and fucking stir your granny's gravy this weekend. Ignore your old fucking relatives and you be about your business and enjoy yourself, right? Like I've said from the beginning, if you are high risk, you self-isolate. If you're fucking 19, get yourself to the titty bars, get yourself out, enjoy your life, build up some herd immunity, keep the economy ticking over, everything will be better. But no, we've got this disturbingly authoritarian bollocks that nobody with any sense supports, and they should be fucking ashamed of themselves. It's like Red China in fucking Scotland. Honestly, if you're a Scotsman and you're watching this, what are you thinking? It's the most disturbingly authoritarian group in England, in the UK now, is always the Scots. Doesn't matter whether they're charging people for doing the Nazi pub videos, arresting comedians for being rude, or breaking up student halls. It's unbelievable. Seriously, SNP voters, get a grip. I know you might think the UK's ran by a bunch of posh cockney wankers, and it is, I agree with you. But I'd rather have posh cockney wankers than fucking communists. Think about it, lads. Come on. Do yourselves a favour. Fucking hell. You will be eating grass in the shadows of Hadrian's Wall if they get power and you have an independent Scotland. Give it 4 or 5 years, you'll have to eat everything in Edinburgh Zoo and the fucking Geordies will be manning the fucking wall and bludgeoning you away with broom shanks with a fucking boxing glove taped on the end. Because we don't want to hurt anyone. It's not the old days. There's no more spears in the face like William Wallace, but it's just going to be Mackems and Geordies with fucking broom shanks with boxing gloves on the end. Fuck off, Scotsman. You go back and eat the soil. Lick the soil. Because that's the only thing you're going to be getting any nutrients from if you have a fucking communist running the show. Jesus. Moving on, I want to do this. This sounds fun. Predict the president 2020. Will Trump or Biden win the US election? You decide. All right, I will. Let's see what this is. It says most traits are tipped to vote one way or the other. So we've already assigned 188 votes to Mr. Trump and 233 to Mr. Biden. So on a whim, you've just gave them all to Biden. That's weird. It says, can Joe Biden wrestle enough away to seize the presidency? Or will Donald Trump romp home? It's all about the race to 270, and this time you decide. Right. Pick the winner in key states to predict the next president. Let's have a go. Let's play. Wisconsin. He won by a small margin, appealing to white working class women. But apparently, they elected a Democratic state governor 2 years later, and Mr. Biden's ahead in the polls. Well, I think the state being rocked by all those violent protests in Kenosha and the constant rioting and shit will have everyone going for Trump. So I think Trump will take that one. Arizona. Trump took it, but his lead was a lot smaller than those enjoyed by previous Republican candidates, and the pollsters are forecasting he'll lose to Biden. Well, if the pollsters are saying he'll lose, I think I'll go for Trump then. North Carolina was a Republican stronghold before Obama won, so I reckon the black vote went for Obama, but now thanks to Kanye and Candace Owens, I think that Trump's going to take that one as well. Michigan, 0.3% lead on Hillary Clinton in 2016, and it's going to have got worse because we've now got communists whispering in Biden's ear. So let's give that one to Trump as well. Not that objective, am I? Pennsylvania, they flipped the state for Trump, but as he delivered on his promises to reform coal mining, The BBC just want to talk about the pandemic. Oh, it's been in double digits since the pandemic, but they don't mention anything before the pandemic, which was the fucking economy was doing really well, and unemployment was one of the lowest it's been in decades. So, yeah. Florida, he's definitely going to win Florida. Definitely. All the old fuckers moved to Florida. He's just moved there. I think he's off there. There you go, he's won. Fucking easy. That was easy. Fucking hell, nice one. You don't need to do any campaigning. You just need to click a few buttons on the BBC website and he's a winner. Done. The wording they used was all criminally biased though, wasn't it? As if he didn't deliver on anything. And they only want to talk about employment after the fucking pandemic. No mention of the best in 4 decades employment before the fucking thing. So yeah, what a pile of shite. Fucking BBC. Absolute nonsense. Good news here, look. Call for urgent review of 10 PM pub closures. No fucking shit. You know why? Because as I was saying on Saturday, anyone with eyes and ears knows that that's a terrible idea. Fucking hell. You can't tell British people not to drink. It's impossible. Like I said, you might as well tell a fucking fish not to swim. It's the definition of insanity. Andy Berman said people were packing in their homes and supermarkets to the rafters once the bars had closed. Yeah. Matt Hancock, IQ of a fucking pork pie. He said the government is putting into law existing guidelines that people from different households in the northeast of England should not mix in any indoor setting. Well, good luck enforcing that one, Hancock. You tell fucking 2,000 drunk Geordies, toppers with Newcastle Brown and fucking violence, that they can't get drunk and punch horses, and they're not having it, Matt. They're not having it. Take your fucking head for a shit, son. Yeah. There's some social distancing going on there. Closures were ill thought out and shambolic. Yeah, they look like they're socially distant. Like the way one guy's wearing a mask as well. Completely fucking pointless. Although look at the clip of his jeans. When did that become fashionable, wearing jeans that are so tight I can count each individual testicle? It's not something I'm keen on. Yeah, you can literally see his bell end there if you zoom in. At least I think it's that. It might be. Maybe he's got a small mushroom in his pocket. Yeah, Glasgow, definitely. Again, good luck keeping fucking Las Vegas sober. Fuck me. We haven't been able to manage it for 1,000 years. What makes you think we're going to be able to do it now? Alright, so all the serious news. We all know what I think about it. I've already talked at length. Fuck it. Let's do something fun. What about the feminisation of alcohol marketing? Well, women have been drinking more. That's why that's happening. Pink glitter mummy wine time. How the ways marketers sell drinks to women can be patronising and damaging. Blue means boy. Pink means girl. Gendered signals begin the second we're born and continue throughout our lives. Oh, it's the crime of the fucking century. Forget about Pol Pot. Let's get on fucking gender colours. A 2018 study conducted in New York City found women are willing to pay 13% more for the same goods as men, from personal care products to health products, if they are rebranded to target women specifically. Well, don't blame me because women are just not good enough with the money, right? Not my fault. Don't buy the pink helmet then. Buy the fucking blue one. Done. Yeah, the market decided. Don't want to pay more for the pink? Buy the blue one. Sorted. Seriously, just because blokes are tight bastards doesn't mean the whole world's against women, does it? It's because we won't fucking put up with it. Because we're not as agreeable. Because when someone tries to charge me 15% more for a different coloured helmet, I'll go, fuck you, I'll wear the pink one. Seriously, when I was in my early 20s, I bought a pink Game Boy because it was like 20 quid cheaper than the blue one. I was like, I don't give a fuck. I look like an aggressively homosexual video gamer. I do not give a fuck because it's cheaper. So hey, if everyone had my attitude, we'd all be paying fucking less. There's one sector has turned its eyes on female buyers. Chick beer comes in pink packaging with fewer calories. Well, if they're buying it, good luck to them. Pastel cocktails on Instagram to woo women. Booze with the name Mummy's Timeout targets women, mums starved for a happy hour. Well, free market, right? Free women want to drink chick beer. Let it have at it. Who are we to tell them? Who are we? Again, who's the fucking feminist here? Me? Or these patronising fucking lefties who think, oh, what we should do is we should get involved because women are too stupid to buy the things that they should be buying? Seriously, I'm the feminist. I think women should be free to waste their money on whatever stupid shit they like. Apparently that makes me a bad person. Who the fuck knew? Alcohol abuse prevention organisations have all been flagged the fact that women are drinking at unhealthy levels. Alright, well then we must control them. We must lock them in fucking irons, chain them in the kitchen and tell them you're not allowed to drink booze anymore. You've got to sting and sow for feminism. Companies are using empowerment as a form of market segmentation. If women had the right products, the right alcohol dreams, they could achieve anything. Yeah, I'm sure women think that. If you think that, you are thick, aren't you? If only I went to work drunk as fuck today, I might get things done. If that works, you are a fucking idiot. And I suspect you can barely operate a telephone, let alone get fucking promoted in a high-power office environment. Carol M. Sly, a professor of substance use and abuse at the School of Health and Life Sciences, shows how alcohol companies harness the fact that women want to retain their identities as they go through life changes. And men don't do that, no. We happily accept aging. We don't care about retaining our identity. Men just go, fuck it, I'm just an amorphous blob of loser. Just do whatever you will with me. Women also felt they were transformed back to a carefree youth away from their responsibilities. Yeah, that's the booze. That does that to all of us, regardless of genitalia. It's these desires they zero in to get women to buy booze. We've seen them move away from sexualising women to align products with sophistication and women's empowerment. Again, freedom. You have the freedom to see that and say, I'm not buying your product, you patronising twat. If you don't want to do that, don't blame me. Don't blame Mr. Stella. It said last year International Women's Day was the excuse for a liquor store in Washington to sell 1,000 bottles of wine for a penny a piece. Fucking buzzing. I'm jealous of the birds in Washington State. A penny a pop. I would go in dressed as a woman if they would give me a bottle of wine for a penny a pop. In fact, I think I have to go against everything I've always believed and say, fucking, for that one day, a hairy-arsed bootneck should be able to identify as a woman, because lash me up with some penny wine. Kate Bailey, a West Sussex-based podcast host and co-author of the book Love Yourself Sober, said the impact of alcohol marketing is an area of concern. Feminised marketing popularises contents like money juice and wine or clock, linking them to how busy women navigate anxiety. Bailey said that means women are using alcohol as an acceptable face of self-medication and stress relief. We're sold as this kind of reward at the end of the day. And this doesn't happen to men. Again, all of this doesn't happen to men. They don't tell blokes, fucking hell, relax with a cold beer after an hard day. Everyone does it. So stop fucking dripping. Women were seeing mummy influence making cupcakes and looking like a supermodel. The real image of motherhood gets coupled with drinking, and you'd have images of bottles of wine in prams and messages like calm on the outside, prosecco on the inside. That's quite good. A sentiment that marketeers use to cash in on. This creates unhealthy habits. We're very vulnerable. Again, feminists, yeah. We're very vulnerable and pathetic. Yeah, we're all like, let the women do as they please. Who fucking cares? They're all like, women vulnerable. Fucking, who's the feminist, really? Who? The hairy-ass bootneck is a better feminist than these fucking professional victims that masquerade themselves as women's friends. They're not your fucking friends. They're telling you all you're a bunch of fucking pathetic losers and they should be able to decide what people can sell you because you haven't got the fucking brains you were born with. And if they put fizzy piss in a pink bottle, you'll buy it because you're a fucking idiot. That's what they think. Ladies, tell them to fuck off. Don't pink my drink. One thing is clear. Gendered marketing remains a reality across all aspects of daily life, but the experts say unlocking many of the values that these adverts and products tap into, happiness, independence and empowerment, require real change, not a bottle of rosé. No fucking shit. Again, this doesn't count for men. Happiness, independence and empowerment. Nah, lads, nah. If you're a bloke and you want happiness and independence and empowerment, what you should do is you could drink 4 bottles of whiskey a fucking week. That'll make you happy and independent. Will it? Will it? Any men watching this think that's the case? No. Going to the fucking gym and getting up for work early, that's what gets you happiness and independence. But no, apparently this is a fucking female problem only. These adverts don't actually challenge deep structural inequalities. We have to acknowledge that feeling empowered is not the same thing as actually being empowered. Fucking bravo. Great way to sum up. So you live longer. 3 out of every 4 homeless people is male. Men are more likely to commit suicide, more likely to go to prison, fucking more likely to get fucking beaten to death with a brick, more likely to get mugged, stabbed or shot, more likely to get killed by the police. You fucking name it, we fucking suck at it. And apparently, because they sell booze in pink bottles, women are getting fucked over constantly by everyone, all the time. Right, thanks for that, BBC. Cleared it up beautifully. What a pile of shite. I'm too hungover to be talking fucking nonsense on the internet, so I'm going to drink 4 pints of water and call that a day. Because I'm a man, I don't want to blame anyone because I drank 13 pints of strong beer and fell asleep in the Muslim prayer position on a tiled floor and woke up with a crick in my neck at 5 o'clock in the morning, not knowing where I was. But I'm not going to blame anyone for that other than me, because I'm an individualist. And I think women and free men should have the freedom to drink whatever shitty booze they like and not blame the patriarchy or the taxpayer or Elon fucking Musk. There we go. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys very soon, I'm sure. Hopefully I'll have less of a bad head and I won't be sweating and paranoid for no reason. Cheers. See ya.